kind of in between when the snowbirds and when all the vacationers come in. So first part of November is perfect for you, and you'll maybe get a little easier reservations for things. But look how busy we are today. Yay! Welcome aboard our weekly excursion to Pennsylvania. Amish country, I hope you pack some cheese. So anywho, we are so delighted to have you on board. We're going to Miami today. Yay! Which is the reason for the sunglasses, hoping to coax out the sun. And these are also prescriptions, so I can see with these on. So anywho, we are so happy to have you. We are tours to you. Some of you met another gentleman, Felipe, who was helping you come back and forth, and he was that sweaty Costa Rican fella that you... So I will share it with you, and if you don't wish to listen, I'm not offended. My husband, the beloved other half, he ain't listened to me in 13 years. So, you know how to tune each other out, right? Just like, huh? What'd you say? I can't believe he could be talking to something really important and I just wasn't listening. So, just make sure they're in a community area. They're playing dominoes in a park. There's this Cuban walk point at Fort Lauderdale Beach for our spring breakers. Spring break. That famous month in March and part of, I guess, April, depending on when Easter falls, when all these kids come down from my neck of the woods, University of Kentucky, Ohio, Indiana, Michigan, and they hang out here, first time away from home with their daddy's credit card and a six-pack of beer. No, we treat them right. If you want another glance at the front of Fort Lauderdale Beach Resort, it's to the right up Northeast 9th. Just to the right up the street, and that just gives you all an idea. And tonight on our way home, you folks from the beach will see the beautiful property out in the west. Look at the mast over there to the right. $5 billion worth of inventory was on display here. This is a big resort that's associated with the marina. And this week, after all this mess clears out, you all might return. On the right, here are all your deep sea fishing boats. And the catamaran, the Spirit of Lauderdale, sits there. You can rent a boat from the boat people. They've gotten this cleaned up quite nice, but there were some amazing, amazing yachts. And here, there's your Lady Pamela, deep sea fishing. Some of these people made speeches at your resorts. And there's your... And Julia came and moved on to the riverbanks there into an old abandoned war fort building. And she had a vision one day of a grand city with a bus station and lots of us incorporated. And that's the city over your right shoulder. We are now in that tell us, what does that mean? And many people look up and say, well, of course, it's the last gasp of a dying man, a man that's desperately reaching for help. And that's what most people see. Others can look at that and they say, oh, well, that's a hand reaching to the sky, asking God the question, why? Well, that is sort of a reputation here that they do not want everyone to think, simply because we, as people of faith, should not question God's work. And I know that all of us have had challenges with that throughout our lives. Lives are challenging. So I wish you good luck. Keep the faith. And this is the only serious moment when I can probably say again to you, if anybody has loved ones, family, friends, serving in any capacity in our world, abroad or here, to keep us safe, then Godspeed their return home. Let's just hope they all get home safe. I don't know. Building. But I told you about the movie There's Something About Mary, and that scene where she found Ben Stiller, who was staying right here at the Cardozo on the right. This is the hotel Ben was staying in, and she finds him at his door, and she gets that mysterious hair gel and fixes up her bangs real pretty. And that was in the movie There's Something About Mary. Now, Cameron said in an interview, I felt real ridiculous running around South Beach with those sticky bangs for days. Today, it is famous for its happy hour. It has 5 glass block bars. Happy hour runs all day from 11 to 4 a.m., so now you know it is the happiest place on earth. So that's always a lot of fun to show. You'll see it on TV next time you see a Miami Heat game. Look on your left where everybody's getting the photo, especially you Canadians. I don't know what temperature it is in your neighborhood, but it's 75 here on November 5th. In January, it's always fun. People go through and it's minus 14 degrees in Ottawa or Finland, and they take a snapshot and make their friends hate them at home because it's, 85. It's a cool day here in South Beach. It's almost chilly. Okay, Johnny, we're going to see down here on the right, John's girlfriend who works at Mango's Tropical Cafe. She used to come out and see us, but I haven't seen her. They may have changed her schedule. Yeah, he's got a grin on his face. He's already blushing. I don't know if she's come or not, but we're going to make it worth her while. She may have changed her days so that she's not, I see. She's here. Oh, Johnny, I hope you have a couple of shekels to drop in your pocket. Where you been, honey?
Welcome to Weston, everybody! The traffic. I know. What's it called? Mango? What's it called?
Thank you. Put it in, May. Thank you. Gabrielle Union is Dwayne Wade's girlfriend, if you didn't know that. And I just wanted you to know our Heat has such an exemplary, classy reputation that both Dwayne Wade and LeBron James give up having any kind of alcoholic beverages, of course, during the season. It's not good for your body, nor is it a good example for the youth, and they're both very interested in partying off. Good for them. I'm proud of this team. They're classy. On the right, this is the News Cafe, where the last place Gianni Versace had his coffee the morning he was shot. Remember that story? He went down to get cappuccino. This is a 24-hour joint. Oh, the walls could talk at that News Cafe, the stories it would tell them. This is Wet Willie's over here on the right. Wet Willie's is owned by Ricky Martin. Oy. If those walls could talk. But it's definitely a fun spot. The second floor is a good view of the ocean. As you know, the first you can't quite see much. But look here on the right. This is the typical money shot Art Deco. These pastel hotels, the Colony, then this Johnny Rockets building, and the chainsaw scene in the movie Scarface was shot on the 3rd round blue window, top floor. Remember when Al Pacino and his buddy Angel were hung from a shower curtain rod, and then Angel got rearranged, and then there's that staircase which was wooden at the time, and then they came down the staircase, what Al Pacino shot the other guy right here where the bus is rolling. Remember that tacky Cadillac he jumped into, and they were wounded, but they went south here on Ocean Drive. That was 1981, and that story was a loose interpretation of the reality of Miami Beach at that time. Miami Beach had been beaten up for almost a decade by an influx of cocaine cowboys. Those are those romantic little fire things I'm telling you about. The cocaine cowboys came from the islands, and they were doing nothing but bad business here. All of our seniors were ran away because of it. Oh, look here on the right. This is a Packard. It's newly renovated, and it was brown. They've just painted it nice and blue. The Packard sits out in front of Park Central Hotel since 1932. Now, Humphrey Bogart used to sit in the front seat, in case you've heard of that before, but he's out for a little, I think, R&R. Maybe he went to rehab. That's the new popular thing. But he went out to get fixed up. Humphrey is an art piece put there by 2 Cuban sister artists, and whenever he gets a little crusty, they take him away, fix him up, and they'll put him back in there soon. So here we are on South Beach. Very slow day, obviously, or we wouldn't stop traffic like that. Well, we wouldn't care. But anyway, anywho, Clinton really likes it, and lots of others have golfed there. We'll get to see more up close. You can see the tower right now over the tree line to your left, and part of the golf course. This whole building, quite a nice story. In 1924, George Merrick, just a few short years after he'd begun his construction here, he could see tremendous success of his own city. And he wanted to build a hub of fashion and sport, a place where people could linger longer. He also wanted to leave a bigger footprint and a bigger legacy to my...
The Biltmore Hotel. Largest swimming pool. Huh? Small bird.
Yeah.
How big would you like?
Look up here. Kasame, kasame.
It was here in 1923, the year before the groundbreaking for the Biltmore. This hotel, or this church, was already here. It is Spanish Moorish in design, and of course, Mr. Merrick had a hand in its architecture. This church is so well known for its arts and music and the promotion thereof. You'll hear about it on NPR all the time. These great international renowned concerts. Regis Philbin came here right after he left the morning show with Kelly to sign his book, and that got a rave review. It's also obviously a polling booth. Are we electing somebody today? Fort Lauderdale's elections are over, but some precincts. So this church, some people say, but I don't think it could be, that Lucille Ball and Desi Arnaz had a wedding ceremony there. Yeah, Lucy, you got some splaining to do, I don't know. So look here to the front and the sides of the bus, these amazing banyan trees. We are riding through a lovely canopy of banyans. Now the banyan trees, they are not native to the state of Florida. In fact, they are from India. So they grow very well in our subtropic climate. Look at that big giant on the right there, the trunk with all the support shoot wrapped around it. They're very invasive though, they do grow well. You know, what happens in these canopies, these aerial roots will form these vines that you see streaming down. They will...
Havana.
But the shrimp dishes are good. There's pork, roasted pork, lechon asado. Oh boy, the Latins know how to roast and to grill, and this lechon asado is roasted pork, onions, and garlicky. And recently I've been getting the snapper or the grouper, the house, it's the fish of...
say